Okay. Good afternoon. Welcome to the asynchronous part of our first lesson. So the asynchronous part, I chose to focus today specifically on just giving you the introduction to how we're going to answer free response questions when it comes to our exams, the unit exams. Um, so let's kind of break down what it is you're actually having to do in the just the first paragraph of a free response question on a unit exam. All right. So every prompt that you're going to see on a unit exam is going to be an evaluate prompt. All right. So what does it mean when it's telling us to evaluate? Right. Evaluate just means take a position on this statement or question or whatever, right? That's really all they mean when they say evaluate, right? Just take a position on this thing. All right. So in this case, our prompt is evaluate the extent to which the summer of 2020 was a normal summer. All right. So again, for this exercise today, all you're doing is writing an opening paragraph to this question, right? We're not going to go over what you're going to do with the sources, not during this lesson here today. That will be for another lesson. All right. So, what is the criteria for success for something like this? First, your first sentence in the paragraph addresses the prompt, and I'm sorry, this should say addresses the prompt. All right. Um, Second thing is that your thesis statement, that is that first sentence, right, it includes a justification of your answer. What do we mean by justification? Which just means what's the reasoning behind what you're saying, right? So if somebody were to ask me, what color is the sky? Or let's rephrase it as a evaluate prompt. Evaluate the extent to which the sky is blue, right? Then I'm not just going to say the sky is blue. I'm going to say the sky is blue because, right, that color in the daytime sky, right, is the same color of my shirt, which is blue, right? So if my shirt is blue and the sky is the same color, then the sky must be blue, right? But notice I said because, right? That is my justification for the answer that I just gave, all right? And then lastly, you include at least one sentence in the paragraph that previews your supporting evidence. And essentially, all that means is that you are actually kind of giving the reader a preview of what it is you're going to say to support the original thesis statement, all right, in the rest of the essay. Okay, so let's actually, since I don't want to give away the answer to this, I want you to come up with your own answer for this. We're going to come up with a new prompt. So evaluate the extent to which the sky is blue. All right. So let's make sure we meet all our criteria for success. The sky is blue because, um, and I'm just going to actually give the actual explanation for why the sky is blue. So the sky is blue because when light from the sun hits Earth's atmosphere, the light is scattered into all the colors of the light spectrum, right? Um, and since blue is the shortest wavelength, the shortest wavelength of visible light, the sky is blue. Okay, so there we go. All right, so the sky is blue because, wow, I completely spelled the word wind wrong, so my fault. All right. The sky is blue because when light from the sun hits Earth's atmosphere, the light is scattered into all the colors of the light spectrum. And since blue is the shortest wavelength of visible light, the sky is blue, right? So this part right here, appropriately, I'm going to highlight this in blue, right, is our actual first criteria for success. I just answered the prompt, right? The sky is blue. If I wanted to make it a little bit more strong, I could say the sky is definitely blue, right? The rest of this here that I'm gonna highlight in, let's say pink, or I guess this is magenta. Um, the magenta part, the pink part, is the justification for my answer to the prompt, right? Simple as that. The next part is going to be where I preview the supporting evidence. So, as, as shown in sources 2 and 4, there is ample reason to believe the sky is blue, and there is, and or the let's say, and the concept of a spectrum of visible light. All right, because usually on the test is going to ask you to come up with some concept from the class to also support your answer, in addition to using concepts from actual documents that they're providing. So this is going to be our concept from class. The concept of a spectrum of visible light uh, helps to determine the color of the sky. All right, so again, you can see I answered the actual prompt. The sky is definitely blue, right? So evaluate the extent to which the sky is definitely blue, right? Because, and then I offered up an explanation that goes with a justification for this blue part of the sentence. And then finally, I previewed the rest of the evidence that I used to support my argument here, highlighted in the color yellow. Okay. So this is all you're doing for the exit ticket for today, except obviously you're going to answer a different question, right? But I still want you to do all of this stuff. The first sentence of your paragraph addresses the prompt. The thesis statement sentence, that is that first sentence, includes a justification for your answer. In other words, you have a because statement there. And then 3, you include at least one sentence that reviews your supported evidence. So again, you could use more than one sentence right here, but I'm just looking for one sentence that gives a preview of your supporting evidence. All right, so what you're going to do now is go into Schoology, go to our class, U.S. History, go to Unit 1, then Lesson 1.1, and then the asynchronous folder, and then you're just going to do this exit ticket right here, thesis paragraph practice. Okay, so that is your asynchronous assignment for today. Thank you.